9, 5, 0.
Welcome to the 950 Lounge Show, hosted by Kevin KP Pryor, the LeBron James of the radio game, the amazing Steph Pearl, the extremely hilarious Rodeo, Mike the moderator, and of course, Backstage Ed. You are listening to the best team in radio. And now I present the 950 Lounge.
We're back on the Ride 950 Lounge, still joined by the best team in radio, and we got a brother to the show, a family to the show. You might have seen him in some of your favorite movies. I'm not going to say no names, just, just in case we got under 18 people watching. But nevertheless, I'm sure y'all peeked and said, that brother looks real familiar. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show.
Yes, sir.
The man himself, Mr. Mo Johnson, a.k.a. The Monster.
Mo Johnson.
A.k.a. Mo the Monster.
A.k.a. the 5 black guy memes with the white girl on the couch.
Well, she's Spanish, right?
Which he didn't bring with him today, unfortunately.
That's kind of funny. We are on the couch. It's 4 of us. We might have to grab one more, but yeah.
4 horsemen.
Yeah, the 4 horsemen.
But Mo, thank you so much for coming back on the show, man. Like I said, it's a long time coming, man. You used to be a regular back in the day, and, obviously doing your thing. So we appreciate a few moments. But what's been going on in your world, man?
Man, I've been coming back down to realization that the porn industry is not really ready for somebody of depth. You know what I mean? I don't like to downplay anybody else's performances, but
talking to the mic, bro. Talking to the mic.
I just
I know you're not used to that. I know you're not used to that.
Pause on that.
Yeah, I definitely. See what I'm saying? And these are the type of things I definitely don't speak into the mic. You know what I'm saying? This is like, you gotta understand. Like, I've been in this industry for 20 years, and I've seen the change. And when you look at things as a culture, as the mainstream, we've all kind of started to accept certain things.
Right.
And, with so much of the, porn being such out there, or, people feeling they can express themselves in certain ways, I've also watched it change, and, it is what it is.
When you talk about the change in the industry, is that because of the growth of OnlyFans? Because we've had conversations with people in the industry, and it's always been like, now anybody can say they're what you guys were with the productions and stuff because of OnlyFans and all these other apps that just give anybody with a cut off shorts or their Victoria's Secrets on there in the game.
No, I mean, like I say, I'm a content creator,
right?
By nature. Mm-hmm. Like my very first scene back in, it sounded like forever. I would say 2004, 2005.
You're the one that broke YouTube.
You know what I'm
put
saying?
the restrictions on YouTube.
I was doing scenes on the subway. That was real. It wasn't staged. I could have got
number
arrested.
2 train ain't never been the same.
You know what I'm saying? Like I did the outside stuff. I did the real stuff. It took me time to work my way into the studio. You know what I mean? So I'll never hate on a content creator.
Of course.
And say, oh, you shooting scenes in a dentist's office, or you shooting scenes, in places that's not known for filming adult entertainment as something wrong. No. Do I feel that every person that feels that they sit on this platform, or they feel that they sit on this plateau of I'm a porn star because I have 100,000 followers on Twitter, because I've shot with my boyfriend or my manager or my pimp or whoever, and now I have a following on these tube sites, and I've never stepped a day on set. I've never known what a director looked like. My photographer is the person that's pretty much in the scene. POV is, the technical term of those type of films. So it's be creative, a genre within a genre. It's like, with rap. You have hip hop, you got, people that's doing that pop rap, you got people that's doing trap music, As the culture develops, as the culture gets to another level, it starts to move into these sub-cultures.
Right. So do you want to be known more than just that guy on the train and the one that's smashing the Caucasian chicks with the big fannies? Is it more now just a growth process and just want to show more of who Mo really is as a person, or?
I mean, honestly, anybody that ever followed me outside of the movie element kind of got to see the growth. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, come on, I've done you guys multiple times.
Yes.
I've done Howard Stern. I've done This50.com.
Right.
I mean, I've probably been one of the most vocal black male performers since Mr. Marcus and Brian Pumper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I might have not went into the direction of being as playful in certain situations as them, and I brought consciousness to the racism and to the sexism and to some of the gay things that they try to force upon, black straight male performers. You know what I mean? I've already broke that mold. So I mean, honestly, it's like, I say it all the time to some of my friends. It's like, it doesn't matter what girl you put me in front of, a black girl, a white girl, BBL, whatever. If you don't know me by now, or if you don't like me by now, I don't feel like there's going to be one scene that I'm going to be able to do with a girl that's going to totally change your opinion of me. I mean, at this point, you either like me or you hate me. Yeah. And at the point, I don't give a fuck either way. Part of my French. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Again, we're talking to Mo the Monster, Mo Johnson. So many names. Moderator, like you was setting up your mic, got something to add?
There we go. Testing. No, I was just getting ready because my brother was. I don't think anybody really comprehended. I don't want to make that assumption, but there's a lot that Mo unpacked. Right? Mo basically just got finished telling you that to do things the way he desires to do things, he's accepted becoming a martyr, as opposed to what the progress that other individuals have made. It's only when you start talking about martyrs for anything, that number is small.
Right.
The individuals who were like, "Yo, listen, I'm not doing
nothing small.
I'm not doing A, B, and C for the sake of GHIJKLMNOP. I'm not doing that. Right. So, and with that comes there are things that come with that. And Mo's just telling you, like, yo, before y'all, I was outside before y'all was getting permits from the city to be outside, right? I was on the train before, it was fashionable, right? I was doing this, but I'm also not standing for this. So if Mo appears a little tepid to some of y'all, it's because that's what being a martyr sounds like. That's what having to take a L for the sake of the longer W, to be able to go to sleep at night, to be able to walk the street with your head up like I'm still here, to be able to do that and knowing that you didn't quote unquote sell out for the purposes of, that's a real man, that's a real woman that's willing to take that stand.
Mike,
so
let me ask. I'm glad, Mike. Let me ask: some of the things you did, you think that people actually copy what you did and don't give you the respect?
Oh yeah, I mean, I got people that check in with me that's still active and relevant, quote unquote, in the LA scene. And they're like, yo, bro, you ain't gonna believe they got this dude out here wearing the fur coats like you used to do. Or this other dude, yo, he wearing the glasses like you do in the scenes. All of these things, like your moderator said, like, bro, I had to fight for that. Like, when I shot my first scene on Black.com, they was like, yo, we're not even gonna put you in Black.com so you take the glasses off. And it doesn't even seem like it's something that's an issue, but it was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The fact that I used to wear the fur coats and had the white girls on the red carpet and I'm stepping on their heads and, got the cowboy boots on. These things was never done. You know what I'm saying? And multiple people tried to mimic it over the years. And, some of them have found success with it. Some of them fell flat on their face. But I didn't do it because I seen Ron Jeremy doing it. I did it because that was me.
Right.
I think the thing is that when you look from then to now, it's still racial regardless, but they always had the black person playing crazy things like slaves or some other type of derogatory thing itself. Because I remember F.M. Bradley and a couple of other guys from back in the days always was trying to get a little bit more into different things, but they always had them in some type of slave role or house person and stuff in that fashion.
you could look
really
granted, we ain't got porn. We ain't got porno movie. It ain't blockbusters for porn anymore. But you could just go back to the days of box covers.
I don't know.
Yeah,
you could go back to the days of box covers and see, if I'm wrong, brother, by all means, correct me. But box covers were racially divided.
Yeah.
Right. So anything with a black woman or a person of color, for that matter, on a box cover, it was hoe, tramp, trick, slut. Anything of someone with a lesser genetic disposition to higher proportions of melanin were on box covers. Honey, sweetie, beauty, love. Right? Am I wrong?
You're absolutely right.
So that divide been there from the jump, and as society has regressed to a point of where we're going backwards moralistically from the perspective of interaction with others, then it's going forward with the blatant disrespect once again. Look at Clips. And I think that the sites that do clips, or the way some movies from dabbling in productions, don't ask me no questions. I ain't answering nobody. You know that clips people don't make porn flicks like they used to, right? You're making a series of clips. Right, you're making a movie of clips that eventually is just going to be clipped into clips. There's no long form 2 hour joint. Everybody got three scenes.
Mailman knocking on the
Right.
Nah, there's no story. There's no more storyline.
Feature films is dead. Like, you know, I think the last time I was on here was like maybe 7 years ago, and it was like you guys kind of started the trend, because it was like once people see me going into media, and this is what, you know, the higher ups, you know, the porn Illuminatis, whatever they do, they like, don't ever get that man a mic. Keep that man away from the mic. I think around the time I had just finished suing, you know, one of the biggest porn companies in LA,
Right.
you know, and won. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, you know, don't talk about that. We'll let you come back in due time, but just, you know, chill out. And it was like, all right. And when I did come back, I didn't come back in the way they thought I was. They thought I was going to come back in a way of shooting under them again and waiting for them to give me a check and just that and the third. And I was just like, you know, as I've always done when I was in New York, because, again, I started here. I did 400 scenes in New York before I even got on a plane and went to L.A. You know what I'm saying? And I found a dope boy. He was like, yo, I want to put a company together. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He funded it. We went out there, we paid talent, we did it the same way and the same standards that the LA people did it. And then I got to see people's true reaction to it.
Right.
Like, well, you know, she doesn't really want to shoot with you, or this, that, and the third, or like, look, bro, I'm not asking for a content exchange. And for those that don't know what a content exchange is, that's where two performers get together free of charge. You know, they both have their tests, they both have their paperwork, they shoot a scene together, and then they both able to sell it on their forms of media, DVD, whatever. So most people, even with the OnlyFans rise, even with a lot of the stuff like you've mentioned, clips for sale, the tube site stuff, usually most performers that can't afford to actually have an exclusive product, this is how they make their money, you know.
See, I think, again, and we're talking again to Mo the Monster, Mo Johnson, you're providing a situation behind the veneer. People see, you know, the stars, they just had ABN and all the stars and stuff, but there's a game within the game.
Absolutely.
That, you know, you've experienced, and even you talked about, you know, the lawsuit and stuff like that you've experienced, where it always hasn't been pretty, that it's, you know, kind of like, you know, pulling off the, behind a rock and all the snails start coming out. So you've seen that. But I want to take a break, and I want to dive into what you got going on now, because, again, you've evolved into other things that the world needs to know about, you know, more than just, you know, the man that lays it down. You got more going on. We're going to take a quick break on diving that. Mo Johnson, Mo the Monster, 950 Lounge. Don't go nowhere.
Hey, this is Rodeo 950 Lounge, and you tune into the best team in radio, 950 Lounge. Enjoy.
We're back on the ride, 950 Lounge, still joined by the best team in radio, the brother himself, Mo the Monster, Mo Johnson. Again, like I said, you know, you're... hey, listen, if you indulge, then you might know that man. Yeah, it's him. Yes, there's no question about it.
More better.
I always tell people, I was down in Times Square a couple of months ago, and I ran into these young boys and stuff, and they was chilling with their little girlfriend, whatever. And I was like, yo, you saw my stuff before? He's like, no, I never watched porn. I said, you ever saw 5 black guys and a white girl sitting on the couch? It's a meme on the internet. He said, "Oh shit, yeah, I know who you are."
I think I dabbled.
I think that meme, that picture alone took a life of its own. I think I seen even Elon Musk posted that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got 100 million.
Y'all
views.
were on the white T-shirts.
Yeah, with the white T-shirts, with the white boxes.
I mean,
on.
ladies and gentlemen, like if that's the level of film that you, motion picture that you gravitate to, Mo was dragging minks. Mo was dragging the 3/4 before that was even, dudes even thought about putting on a fur coat. We ain't talking about women wearing fur coats. We talking about men in porn wearing fur coats. That was Mo before everybody.
Like a damn cape.
For real. I mean, I feel like I came from that era. I started in the underground world. You know what I'm saying? I'll protect the names of the innocents. You know what I mean?
Please.
But definitely, I dibbled and dabbled. You know, I went the long way to go the short route. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I would have had the girls and things like that in LA, I probably would have had a Roxy Reynolds or, you know, a Pinky under the wing in New York. You know what I mean?
Pinky almost smacked rodeo up years ago.
Oh, nah, Pinky ain't nothing to play with. Man. Pinky used to be in Oakland.
Oakland. I'm about to say that Bay Area. That's Oakland.
She was, trust me. I ain't gonna. I mean, you know, I'll divvy from me a little bit because you know I love telling good stories. But like Pinky and me had a crazy relationship. She actually like scouted me for like 4 years. Right? Like she would just always pop up at the right time. And it was one time it was her, it was Mr. Marcus, and it was an upcoming white girls, a couple of New York people. We was all down in Atlantic City. I think it was like the one and the only time they tried to do Exotica in Atlantic City. And
that might have been the
That's
year
the one that
were
we
there.
was there.
Yeah.
that was the year
we was there.
I guess Pinky was upset at you, Mo, and took it out on rodeo.
No, man.
I'm
She was
joking.
always there. Nah, she was always cool. But she was upset because I think she was charging $40 a picture, and a lot of people felt because she had, you know, started to gain a little weight. They didn't want to spend that, and you know, knowing her position now, you know, because at that time I was still just getting up the mountain. But like seeing it now, it's like, you know, I go to Exoticas, but I don't go to the level of having a booth and all of that stuff because, you know, they're overcharging you. They're not giving us any money for us being there. You know what I mean? So for me to actually pay a booth and then as a male performer try to charge people for pictures or sell DVDs or autographs, you know, it's going to be most likely a loss.
Oh, so they don't pay you the sponsors don't pay you.
You know, that goes for the women without the melanin.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, you know,
Now you know.
I try not to make it so racist sometimes, but it means like, you know,
brother, it is what it is.
They always, doesn't matter if it's going to be an AVN event, an XBiz event, you know, you're going to notice that our stuff is always in the corner or in the cut, in the back.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how big the talent's name is. It's always going to be a separation. There's certain companies that's always going to get that highlight because they're all in cahoots with each other. You know, both hands is washing the face. And, you know, anytime somebody arises to bring light to these things, that's when they cut their mic off. You know what I mean? So, but going back to cooler things, you know, back to the Pinky story, right? So I'm chilling in a room, and you know, all of us New York heads is chilling, and Pinky admitted me. She was like, "Yo, I've been following you for years now, and you know, I heard you're gonna be the next big thing. I want to put you on." And it was crazy enough. Mr. Marcus had just went through his whole ordeal, so he was just kind of in the mix, chilling. And I remember somebody was like, "Yo, Mr. Marcus, you know who this is?" To the girl, and the girl said, "I don't know who Mr. Marcus is. I know Mo." You know what I'm saying? And
That must have ruffled some feathers.
I mean, bro, the stories. You know what I'm saying? Me and Marcus is cool. I don't want y'all to ever think me and him got a problem. I mean, it's cool. You know, remember we flew him out here last time at y'all old studio? We did the podcast out there and everything. So, you know, that's the OG. It's nothing against him. But, you know, this is why we have these divisions in the industry because they don't make us respect our elders. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Mr. Marcus got, you know, his ordeal, it was like when you get on set, anything you do, they compare. It was just like almost what, you know, y'all was saying in y'all last podcast. It's like anything that the previous person did wrong, now the sons or the father is now held accountable, even though you ain't had nothing to do with it. And you get pigeonholed in those type of situations. So, you know, they never trained us to respect Brian Pumper. They never trained us to respect Lex Steele. You know, it's basically we kicking them while they on their way out. And they're going to put us in the scenes with them because they got the notoriety, and they're also kind of training us how to endure what's going to be the next step. You know what I mean?
Good. Yes. Yeah. So I want to dive in. Again, we're talking to Mo Johnson, Mo the Monster. If you know, you know. There's a couple of guys on the internet, right? I don't know if you've seen these guys, and they're taking they're using wordplay for the adult game in basketball terms, like the league and. You know, this person going, you know, like a Kevin Durant. So I wanted to ask you, like, and just women you've worked with, who's your Mount Rushmore in that world?
Well, I mean, if you go for my favorites, obviously, you know, when I got to finally work with Pinky, that was like, okay, I made it. You know, I started working with Sarah J. I probably have one of the most amount of scenes with her.
Even Obama likes Sarah J. I heard he even follows Sarah J. So you good company.
Yeah, like I mean, she's a marketable person. Like that woman works hard. I mean, I think if I didn't, like, I can't say she was my mentor, but she opened the door for me because every time we was around each other, our energy was just like, yo, this is Mo. Like, she's brought me around a lot of people in my early parts where nobody knew who the hell I was yet. Right. So it was just like a lot of people still, have me branded with her. Like, oh yeah, Sarah J this, Sarah J that. And I'm like, it's crazy how this industry works. Where it's like once you get to that level, it's like you gotta, you gotta walk on your own. You know what I mean? But like I said, I would say Pinky. I would say Sarah J. As far as LA concerned, definitely Misty Stone. Like she became definitely a crowd favorite. And sheesh, I'm trying to. At this point, I kind of think about like how many girls I've shot with multiple times. Because you know what I'm saying.
Or you shoot at them
multiple times. Yeah, like it used to be. I ain't gonna lie. I swear, sometimes it's crazy because like I remember when I was working with Big Joe with the Dipsets out here. And I used to tell him, like, yo, bro, put me on the cover of the DVD. He's like, listen, man, we'll never put a man on the cover of an adult film DVD. Yeah. Not good for business. Not the market that way, unless you're into that other side, nobody wants to see that. And I took that as I guess you would say a motivation. Like, now I'm going to prove him wrong. Right. You know what I mean? And, I got to actually live through the era where I was probably one of the most consistent black dudes on box covers, obviously with women, but it was a point where like I remember AJ Applegate, blonde hair, blue eyes, nice big, that's superstar, nice booty. Yeah. We shot I think maybe 17 times in 1 year, and then we was on like maybe 10 box covers. You know what I mean? Every box cover was coming. It was time where companies was like, yeah, I got her on the box cover with him too. Like, we got 3 or 4 movies a month coming out with us on the box cover.
I could have put a female on a milk con and say, Mo had her last, now she's missing.
It's funny. They had a meme.
That'd be perfect for Mo. White milk, right? Yeah, I know,
milk
right?
does the body good. You know what I'm saying? They had
Mo's milk, but it
they had a meme like that with AJ, and it was like one of her gangbang scenes. I think we shot. It was about 12 of us, and they made a meme out. I swear to God, they made a meme out of it where it was like when they said, "Don't judge me for my past," and it was like her past. You know what I'm saying? It's she's a
that woman must have had the ice. That woman's an athlete. Damn,
oh my 12. God. It was crazy, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, I think one of the things that made me stand out in LA is because I was able to take a bad situation and always make lemonade. You know what I mean? And nobody really wanted to do gangbangs when I got there, and I made gangbangs cool. Like, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I was literally dubbed like the king of gangbangs.
When you said that, Stephanie's face was like, look, I don't even know what to say.
How many?
Her face got like this, look.
Sharon, you know what? I hear women all the time. I'm gonna get on your stuff. I hear women all the time complain like, how she gonna sit there and let this, that. Let me tell you, I've seen more women feel empowered, right? You have to look, think about it on a different angle.
I have, actually.
Okay.
I have. I'm not going to go fully deeply into that conversation because that's going to open a can of worms.
I think you already did.
I do understand. I do understand.
She's blushing. I'm gonna take it off you. I'm gonna take you off the fish hook. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, we filmed it, right? So this stays forever.
Yeah. Once it's on the net, is not coming back.
Get erased.
You know what I mean?
We had Kiara Mia on the show years ago. We had Kiara Mia on the show years ago, and she mentioned that it's empowering to be able to, attack it the way she attacked it. And so I guess, for those who know, they know, whatever.
I mean, you have to think about it. Imagine you go into a buffet and you have all of these options of what to choose. I'll leave it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Great analogy, Mo.
You know what I mean? I was only lucky to get maybe 1 or 2 reverse gangbangs where I had 6 girls on me, and I was just like, you know what, man? just I don't even know what I mean. Like, what did you do with that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
How was your day?
Do they have a timer of how long they want you to be with one, and they get the other one up?
Nah, I mean, it all depends. Like, if you're in the scene, like the difference between a performer and someone that does adult, movies is that you go off of vibes. So, like, some days I'll be able to go on a set. And me and this girl don't even, we don't sit down and say, okay, first I'm going to do you this way, then I'm going to do, you know what I mean? It's not scripted. Right. You know what I mean? So we're just in the mix, and then it just flows.
It just happens.
And then it's sometimes where you need to actually have a director like, okay, I need 15 minutes of this, and I need you to transition to this.
Have you ever had to tell a girl to go stop and go wash her tail because, it's just a situation? Listen, I'm just saying, they ran a
He's trying to open.
like,
See, I can start some things with that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to be better when I do media because, the females get very upset when I'm very honest.
Please, take a break.
You gotta say the name.
But I'm going to tell you, okay, I'll do that.
Don't say no
I won't
names,
say
please.
Bella Danger. But I'm just going to say it was a situation where I was on set with a performer.
Right.
And she had on a white outfit. It was for Bang Bros. You may Google it if you want. And she took her panties off, and she was a very natural. Yeah. And it was
The nature girl.
It was kind of like two colors, one in the front, one in the back. I'm gonna leave it like that.
Lord.
She
Let's
saw
move
it,
on.
I saw it. She kind of kicked it under the couch, and it was just like, I was like, like immediately, the luster was gone. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You serious?
But these are the stories that, as a male performer, I was just telling my fiance this the other day. It's like, as a male performer, you have to eat and endure all of that. You know what I mean? Like, girls say, oh, yeah, you want to make money off this? You got to deal with me on my cycle. Absolutely not. Like, you know what I'm saying? But this is how they look at it because the industry is catered to women. So it's like, we might not be able to get this girl for 3 more months. She's booked solid.
Right.
So, put a little...
Spray some for V's and make it work.
They don't spray nothing. They pile up a, stick a... I gotta, how crazy I could go, but stuff something there and
I'm just looking at Stephanie the whole time you're talking because her face is like.
Steph
Why you picking on me,
Steph ain't
man?
never wanted a segment to end faster, ever, and ever.
Bro, we appreciate
Y'all
you.
aren't in my mind.
We definitely having you back on because we talked about offline. Working, bringing some different things to light with you, and we're happy to make that 950 project happen. So we're excited about
absolutely
future endeavors as we move on this brand. But where can people reach out to you, find more information, do some different things?
You can find me on Twitter, MOE_THE_monster. You can also find me on Facebook. I'm pretty much mostly on Facebook. My Instagram and stuff like that I got taken down like 8 times in a row. So at this point, I just was like, listen, I'm not going to keep going through this with y'all. Like, y'all like me, y'all don't like me. But, like I said, Facebook is definitely where a lot of family and friends still reside. So, you can hit me up on there. Twitter, shoot me a DM if you're interested. Pause.
The man just say engaged. Mo the monster.
It's my business.
I'm gonna be around. I stepped away from the crown. I didn't get kicked off the throne. So understand, everything works with me still. I don't need any injections. I don't need any pills. I'm 100% natural, and I've been 100% natural from day one.
And he said it all. Mo Johnson, a.k.a. Mo the monster. Mo, thanks so much for joining us.
Always, guys, a pleasure being here.
Gonna take a quick break. We
Appreciate y'all.
keep this thing moving. Best team in radio, and you don't need no drugs. Where else you want to be?